Alrighty. Let me make sure all the audio. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. We're in it. We're in it to win it. How you doing, Draft? About time. It is about time. Let's see here. We'll just use the what's this? Ah.
The big wall horizontals.
This your Pirate King? That's my Pirate King right there. That's my Pirate King. I wouldn't have it any other way. That's my guy right there. I understood by half what he said. It's gonna be like a 3-hour stream. Got work in the morning, you know? But in the meantime, in between time, here we are. You know what? Hold on. Hold on, I've got a wee bit of an idea. Let me just... We'll still do Kahara. I just want to play with that dash. It'll really help me slow things down, you know? Really take my time. Really stew. We're having a lovely saunter through the dungeons, not a lovely run. We're sauntering. Let me look up the definition of saunter. Walk in a slow, relaxed manner, without hurry or effort. A leisurely stroll. As loud. Alright? That means we don't need that. We don't need for that. Absolutely zero need. We just don't need dash. It's not a dash kind of night, alright? We're taking our time here. Taking our time here. Playing Fear and Hunger mode. Taking our time here. Alright? I want... Burglar. What is this? Fight to your last breath. I think that just gave me silver. Escape plan. And... healing or food? Healing, because I think we're going to be getting into a few fights. Without dash, we're going to be a little bit more vulnerable. Ugh. Look at that. This is the speed the game was intended to be played at. That's disgusting. It really is sauntering. That's a saunter if I've ever seen it. Blueberry. Get away from that horse. Let me see how far I got. Hold on. Okay. Stench of death and gore fills the damp air. An older, more obscure god. Let's see here. You also got a haircut. No, not yet. I just have my hair slicked back. I was supposed to get one on Wednesday, but they called me into work. I was supposed to get one today, but they asked me to stay late. Yeah. Disappoint, I know. I've been meaning to. I've been meaning to get a haircut. The dreaded forehead. No, we love the forehead. How you doing though, Spiral? Having ourselves a lovely little walk through the dungeons. No dash. No dash today. I'm screwed. Okay, I didn't get a single win on my stream before I ended. That's how it goes sometimes. That's how it goes. You can't win them all. It's Funger. We're finally here. And we're taking our time too. No dash, baby. We're having a lovely little stroll. He's coming for me. You get into a fight for no reason. I didn't even get an item. Jelly-like creature. We'll talk to Maneva. We'll have ourselves a lovely little chat with him. You try talking to this peculiar form with me more, Maneba. What is your origin? As the Maneba floats around mysteriously, you feel as your question is being answered inside your head. Maneba's origins come from the deeper depths. You see visions of ruins clouded by green hue. You know, this is actually kind of good foreshadowing for the second game where Rur has a mind read as one of his abilities. Because Maneba is a creature of Rur. And we can see that Rur creatures have telepathy. It's from the God of the Depths area. It's from the Void. Ruins in a deep green hue. That's the Void if I've ever heard of it. The Maneba seems to suggest that it needs to absorb your life force. It's nothing personal. It needs to absorb your life force. I'm not quite sure what to make of that. It needs to absorb your life force. Necromancy? Maybe. We do find it in like a spot. We only ever find Manebas in like places of death. It doesn't have its own soul, so it needs your life forces to live. As the Maneba floats around mysteriously, you feel as if your taunt goes on deaf ears. Alright, get out of here. Get out of here. You're a real chatterbox, you know that? Had enough of you. This guy was a real yapper. He must have been from Yapperville. Yapping my ear off, this guy. Are we about to die to the flying spaghetti monster? No. Okay, I'll leave. What do you mean? No, not you. Stay. Stay, Cylindria, stay. Come and find me. Let the blood flow. We are gonna get extra hungry now because we have the worms. Oops. These are the sacrifices we make for lore. We got the God of the Depth symbol here. Along with the two other symbols. The double circles look like kind of like Grogorod's symbol. They lack the other features of Grogorod's symbol. But then we also have this pentagram here. Hunger Man returns. I've returned. Hello, how you doing, Gromy? I'm not gonna die to the spaghetti monster. I'm above such things. These flies here, you can actually talk to them if you have a insect mastery. Maybe we'll come back. I'm sick, bud. Think it's a cold. Probably some kind of wacky COVID. Sickness has been going around a lot recently. You guys be careful out there. Insect sounds like a god of depth. Yes. And now this is the single most important lore question of our time, unanswered by even the greatest of lore experts. Nobody has yet to crack this code. Romy same. DSMR loves. Got Dick Strandov. Triptux, how are you today? What code we cracking? It was a pretty rough day, I'm not gonna lie to you. Work has just taken it out of me recently. It's Jover. This chair seems out of place. This is the only chair in the game. Every other chair throughout the Dungeons of Fear and Hunger is in place. It's only this one chair that seems out of place. But why? Fear and Hunger lore experts for decades have asked themselves this question. Why is this one chair out of place? We might never know. It's time for you to move on from there. The jerk-off chair. Ugh. It's yucky. We're getting hungry so quick now. Jerk-off or hit. Or the head chair. It's the head chair. There's a skull beside it. Have we cracked the code? Have we finally revealed the mystery? Unearthed the answers long lost? It's the head chair. The code is cracked. So all these corpses here, I suppose those are all the prisoners that used to live in the dungeons. I don't think they're the guards. They're probably not the guards. I do believe all these corpses are prisoner corpses. I assume the dungeons used to be very populated. This used to be a very busy dungeon. I don't think they would have assigned Captain Rudamir to these dungeons if they weren't like fairly busy and needed to be like well maintained by a respectable figure. Because Captain Rudamir is not like incompetent or anything. His brother is like a personal friend to like the Crown Prince, you know? And the Crown Prince himself joins the party to like go rescue him. So we can safely assume Captain Rudamir is kind of like, you know, he's a well-respected figure. Are the corpses reaching up the well trying to get out, or a pile of people dropped into said well? Probably a combination of both, you know? It doesn't seem like a big enough drop to kill you. Maybe the first few people were just dropped in there and got stuck, and as like time went on, the corpse pile got larger and larger. People just couldn't reach the top. All these are actually named graves. Laron of the Corso. The mage no one asked for, but the mage we deserved and got. Already weak from hunger. Sir Anders. This is the royal chef. I don't know why the royal chef was in the Dungeons of Fear and Hunger, but you know, here he is. We actually get a lot of Sir Anders lore in the recipe books. Sir Jacob, the great storyteller who made everything just that much more lively. Wayne, that's me. Here lies Jonah. Do the Knight's Quest? Do the Knight's Quest. I'll do the Knight's Quest. This one desperately sought death. Well, hope she's glad now that she's found it. Try to poison the food with jizz. Here lies Sir Sonia. Her brute strength beat every man in an arm wrestling match. Realized Yuho of the Northern Woods. Although he only briefly served in the dungeons, he's severely missed. Yuho of the Northern Woods. Nameless grave. A fresh and nameless grave. Could have died recently. Wait, Nate, I'm a business man. You didn't know the king was a cum connoisseur. I'd like to find some worm juice soon. Find an empty scroll, ask for worm juice. Also, of note, anytime you see these like green roots, just keep in mind that these green roots are like a symbol of the God of the Depths influence and control over the dungeons. These are like his literal like intestines and veins. These green roots come from the tree outside in the courtyard, which is also connected to the God of the Depths very closely. So just anytime you see those, just keep that in mind. Its roots give the level depth. Hehe. Already. Chill yourself, buddy. Chill yourself. You're getting a little too hungry. Cabbage. Statue of a maiden and a crow watching over anyone who rests here. See, this statue seems way too big for this room in the first place. So I don't think the statue was destroyed recently. Hold on. Okay, we're back. What was I saying? I don't think the statue was destroyed recently. Just because it's like way too big to be in this room in the first place. It just seems peculiar for it to be here in the first place. We know it's a little destroyed because it's like crumbly at the bottom. But a statue that big would no way fit inside like an indoors room. Woman struggles to contain a Canadian goose. You got it in a headlock, you see that? Canadian geese are rough, man. They're brutal. I got into a fight with one once when I was younger. When I was a younger Wayne. A weaker Wayne. I lost that fight. It was the only defeat of my entire life. He humbled me. That goose. Trust me, that would not stop the Cobra chicken. How's it going, easy? Oh, Jesus. Remains of a bizarre creature left here. The blood is still wet. Fight it for the lore. How's it going, man? What's up with you? Made men by the geese, undone by the geese. Made men by the geese, undone by the geese. Mill. Goose for the goose throne. Have you found any worm juice? Get some worm juice for me. Any worm juice? Geese for Ryan Gosling. Gooseling. I don't think I want to talk to that guy if I do the Knight's Quest. I don't think I want to talk to him. We're actually going to go all the way back. Because if we do the Knight's Quest, we have to talk to Sir Buckman first, I think. Or I just want to talk to Sir Buckman first. My dirty little secret, I just want to talk to Sir Buckman. My message didn't show up. What happened? I'm a little lightheaded, so I hope you're ready for me to shoot his bike. You go ahead, man. You go ahead. No judgment here. Some homework I don't want to do, but I gotta keep that A. I feel you, man. I feel you. I've been slacking on homework. We might just die here. What is this area called? I forgot to check the little name. You also get stabbed in the needles today, too? You will die. The tombstone here. Realize Kahara. This is how we know the character's ages, by the way. This grave tells us the character's ages. 1564 to 1590. You want to dig the grave. The witch laughs and mocks you. If we luck out, we can kill the witch. Don't cast Black Orb. She casts Black Orb! Miss. Oh. We did not luck out. Just woke up with a weird head cold that spread to my whole body. Felt better earlier. I'm afraid it's getting worse. I'm telling you, man. Some sickness is going around right now. No, not new game. Reset. I'm just going for lore stuff. Wouldn't Darce be a better pick? Better starting gear and all? But Darce is lame. Darce is lame. You got the plague. Plague be upon ye. Let's see, who do I want to be my party? Hold on. Yeah, we'll do Kahara. Catchwolf said Darce was easy mode. He's not entirely wrong. The cure is marijuana. It's always marijuana. Always has been. So we can't actually run away from guards if they chase us. I hear a faint sound from the other side of the door. I think faint can be heard. You know, it'd be cool if when doors were closed you couldn't see inside a room. I guess it'd be kind of hard to tell there was a room there. Maybe you could have like the whole room was black, but it was like a little lit up around the door area. They'll ban Wayne's name from his chat. Oops. It must be useful in this ever-pressing darkness. Your Parlipus button died. There's a map showing distribution of army units on the table. Find captain's orders among the documents and papers. Darce is objectively the best character. I don't know about that one, Slim Jim. I don't know about that one, Slim Jim. Egg. The smell of burnt flesh emanates from it. Did that just auto-move me? No, I'm just going crazy. So this is one of Captain Rudemir's offices. He has like 2 or 3 offices throughout the dungeons. We can tell it's his... Is it his office? Hold on. Let's find out. Orders written by the captain in charge of the dungeon's fear and hunger. On the subject discussed earlier in our last exchange, we no longer have need for those captives. What you do with those poor bastards is none of my concern. If you do go with your wicked plans, please make sure you leave no one talking about the studies performed. No witnesses, so to speak. Cruelty is not unheard of in times of war. I'm sure you, if anyone, should know this. Some things exceed the limits any human should ever experience. We do not want word going around. Take no insult in my words, but for my own sake too, I hope I can never hear from you again. Okay, yeah, so this is one of Captain Rudemir's offices. He wrote those orders, but I don't think he ever got to send them out. Were the dungeons a castle originally? So the dungeons have always been like a prison. In recent times, they've been a prison, right? The dungeons themselves, the area has always kind of been there. It's kind of like it's an eldritch location in and of itself. I only saw him for a moment before he banned me for my Sasquatch forehead tattoo. What do you mean so petty you banned someone for mentioning another streamer? The dungeon is a fortress, right? Like it's a place made for like intended for war. It's a war prison, and judging just like by the fact that you have like knights and captains here, it was probably also intended to be like a fortress, like intended to see battle. Wait, what did you use that man? Did you steal his woman? Wait, he's a hipster. You steal his trans boyfriend. I am known to do such things. I might have. Who knows? I might have. Can't keep track of every trans boyfriend I steal from some hipster. He was a tyrant. In no way was I at all harassing him. I'd never do that. There's a guest book on the table. Someone has written passages here. This nightmare has taken its toll on me. I'm devolving to something far lesser than the man I once was. All the high morals and ethics have no value here. The things I've done to survive. There's no place for a little miscreant like me in the warmth of the sun anymore. I'm a part of these dungeons now. Part of this never-ending nightmare. Just one more cog in this machine of fear and hunger. In a way I find it comforting. I have a definite place in this wicked world. But I'm writing this here as a warning for anyone who happens to step down to this darkness. Do leave if it is still possible. Low-key base. And a small booklet under the guest book. You take the Book of Fears with you. So more than likely that was just written by like a guard. That was probably just written by a guard. And we don't really need to read the Book of Fears because there's no lore there. Assassin's Handbook. I might do the coin glitch just so I can get as many books as possible. Just for lore purposes. Someone has written notes here. Death is the answer. Sometimes I feel like that. Empty book with just wooden covers. There's a bug here. We can come back with insect mastery later. The goal here is to survive as long as possible, just to examine and talk to as many things as possible. There's a statue depicting the new gods here. Someone has written, "Save us here with blood." So, Rusty Nail, my one enemy. I have one enemy, and it's the Rusty Nail. Okay, level up room is here. There's a guard around here somewhere. Dart. Rusty Nail can go fuck itself. All my homies hate the Rusty Nail. Fuck it yourself, you coward. There's some black liquid seeping from the wall. You touch the black liquid. You feel a slight tingle in your fingertips. Oh, zombie's not here. Lore discussion, you already know. Ask any questions you'd like. Makes you wonder if someone actually eats this stuff. After all, we would have them here otherwise. You see these chairs? They don't seem out of place. These chairs are apparently perfectly fine. It's just that one chair. That one chair seems out of place. What's the most mysterious lore about this area? The most mysterious lore about this area. The whole dungeon area, like the whole game, or just like the surface. What are the object IDs of these chairs in RPG Maker? Ooh, I'm such a lore whore. I do not know the object IDs of these in RPG Maker. Alley-oop. I wish we could explore up there. There's so many parts of the dungeons that we don't get to explore. Just because, like, it's so decrepit and broken. Like, we never get to go up onto, like, these balcony areas. Might still be possible to escape these dungeons. I spread my toes for the deepest, darkest lore. Studies of Sylvian. We'll just leave those fellows be there for a second. The shit pit. You won't touch it. I'm hungry. Bring us food, human. Humans, of course, bring us sacrifices. They give you nothing if you do bring them sacrifices. They're just there to make fun of you. And treat you for like a horrible person for feeding them the girl. Ooh. You gotta go. He's broken. His pathing broke. One page. We already have an assassin's handbook. Recipes. Recipes is great. That extends our lifetime by so much. We get to cook actual food. The book itself doesn't seem interesting in the slightest, but there are some separate pages left here as well. You find book pages 1. There's a random diary on the floor. I curse the older gods. My wife has died because of their plague. My child has died because of their sins. Next will be me, and I'll die because of this macabre hellhole they built. It is probably also just written by a guard. Judging from the contents of this table, this room is the office of the captain of these dungeons. Find Captain's Diary 1, and a small key falls from inside the diary. Oh, I didn't know the object actually disappeared off the table. Desk is tidy and well kept. Oh. I'll leave Enki here for now. Well, can you explain the subtle symbolism and how fear and hunger is a stand for the American economy? You took it, I did take it. I'm a little thief, I got sticky fingers. Fear is the fear of unemployment because the American work system is intrinsically tied to our healthcare and insurance. So essentially you're coerced into work, because without work, you're not allowed to be healthy and have nice things. The hunger is hunger, because you get hungry if you don't have money to buy food. It's all very multifaceted. Leave me be, please. I'm turning into a butterfly. Gonna be a pretty butterfly. Okay. You took it, cat? What do you mean? I don't know what you're saying to me. I'm waiting, what do you mean? My grandmother gets meals with, on wheels. Meals on wheels. Uh-oh. Censor mod YouTubers and streamers don't like this. Ooh, whoa. He doesn't eat them though. Sometimes I take them. Avert your eyes. Your poor little Christian eyes. You might not be able to handle it. I'm showing the cock and balls on a fear and hunger stream. Let's see, where to go from here? What does the Sunsmart even do here? Just block the screen, the whole area? Are they playing checkers instead? I believe it's just a bunch of like blobs, just a bunch of black blobs, like kind of animated. Or just a bunch of pinecone pigs overlaid the sprites. Hold it. I see. Seems like you still retain your sanity. In a way, it's reassuring to see I'm not completely alone here. Tell me, are you evil? No, dude. Only time will tell. You'd be surprised what you're truly capable of once you stay long enough here. Your presence here just means these dungeons will claim one more victim. And the evil residing here will grow that much stronger. If I were you, I'd try to escape these ancient walls by any means necessary. For your sake, I hope our paths don't cross again here. A little rude, but okay. Kill the skunk stain. You can't fucking aim. I think that was supposed to be a warning shot. Although it came out a little limp, didn't it? Kind of a limp shot. Stay cautious in these dungeons. The evil in this place is of pure kind. It's not here just to torment us. It's not here to spread its roots into the surrounding world. Even if the dungeon's vile traps and decrepit monsters would lead you to believe otherwise. Its interests are already past this world. This place is a mere relic from its long history. Ja, yes, my kind, the northern people of Oldegard, found the dark continent of inland from the far reaches of the west. The moment you lay your eyes on the crooked mountains and twisted forests of those lands, you feel the presence of a greater evil. It's that same evil that resides here. Do a Viking accent? What do Vikings sound like? Oh ja, what is it? Is that what Vikings sound like? Or Vikings German? Were they Germanic? What do Vikings sound like? Do they sound like Hulk Hogan? That's my second guess. You can call me Ragnvalder, brother. That's not what Hulk Hogan sounds like. I'm from the north, from the kingdom of Oldegard. What's a Viking accent? What do they sound like? Ja, would love to. Oldegard is the kingdom of all the warrior tribes of the north. Oldegard breeds the finest, the strongest, and the bravest men and women known in this age. We also have a long history in sailing and as traveling merchants. I'm here to find a relic that a certain person took from my people. This man is in prison somewhere deep down below. No doubt it would be for you. But for the time being, I won't be traveling with you. So is he gay? I mean, everybody here is a little gay. If you play as Kahara, and you ask Ragnvalder to form a marriage with you, he agrees. If you play as Ragnvalder and you try to form a marriage with Kahara, Ragnvalder doesn't have any objections as the player character. I don't know if this necessarily indicates that all the characters are bisexual. Or if they're just like, you know, desperate means call for desperate measures. Desperate measures calls for measures. Desperate measures call for... That doesn't sound right. Desperate measures. Desperate times? What is the saying? There should be an elite guard here. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. Means that the streamer's gay. When you do the marriage, do they still keep their individuality? I believe it's implied that it's like two consciousnesses in one body. I couldn't give you a source on that, but I believe I've read that somewhere. There's two consciousnesses inside the body of a marriage. Also, the streamer's dyslexic. I'm a little dyslexic. An Iron Maiden waiting for the next poor soul to see its insides. So is the chatter. We're among our own people here, Demo. We're among our own people here. It's a safe space. We're all dyslexic here. Buckets full of blood. Your footsteps closing in. Wow. Ah! No, wait, you're a sane one, right? Right? Yeah, of course. I'd be dead otherwise now. I don't have time for this. Listen, I've been lost in these dungeons for what feels like a lifetime. My sense of time has become blurry. It might be years, months, or I fear even just weeks. I just cannot handle it any longer. I feel my mind giving up already. I just can't. I don't know what business you got here, but if I were you, I'd run out as fast as possible. Escaping the place is even possible anymore, that is. Y'all saying no hit run? Yes, my dude. Speak for yourself. I know I ain't dyslexics. What was that? Don't be a little sissy girl. I believe Buckman was intended to be a party member at one point. Why? This is relentless. Behind every corner, something new awaits to harm me. Gotta hold yourself, man. Not that simple. You struggled reading that because I'm a little dyslexic. Just a little bit, though. I'm only kind of dyslexic. Oh. Something activates as you light the torch. Disgusting stench rises from the depths. There's a body hanging in here. He seems to have recently died. Kinda weird that they would have a sack over his head. Who could this be? Oh. No item for us. 5 tinder boxes is nice. The Penance Knights. Even this chair is in place. This chair doesn't seem out of place. Why is that one chair out of place? We might never know. I would open up that key. I kind of wanted to get the penance armor, but I guess we have to kill... What's his face? Could have sworn. Stupid mind, stupid mind. I actually really like Schroeder's questline. Like, Schroeder shows some remorse and guilt for, like, what he's become. And, like, what he's done. And I feel like that's kind of cool. Like, if you, like, befriend him by, like, betraying Buckman and his party. Schroeder. She's gonna hide here? As you have noticed already, these dungeons are filled with unimaginable horrors from the depths of the darkness. One more terrifying than the last, but the most sadistic one would have to be Schroeder, the torturer of these dungeons. Schroeder would have to be Schroeder. Schroeder. It's a stupid name. You think that's why he became a torturer? His name was Schroeder. Schroeder. A wretched being stands in front of you. Let's say, you wretched being. Those are going to be a good child. New test subjects. And then you can betray Buckman and his party and do Schroeder's questline. We're going to do the Knight's questline today. Where did I? Do not underestimate me. Try him right now. No, somebody requested that I do the Knight's questline, so I'm gonna do it. Because I've never actually finished the Knight's questline, like on stream. Torture is slain. I did it. I won. You managed to get rid of that wretched torturer? Absolutely magnificent. The dangers of this dungeon don't end here. My friend. You're heading towards the darkness. I apologize, but not this time. I'll catch my breath here for a while. I forgot what exactly triggers Buckman and Seymour to turn into a marriage. So I'm not sure how to make it happen, and I'm not sure how to make it not happen. Somebody did. Did you seriously forget who? Wait, what do you mean somebody did? Wait, what? Wait, what did I say? You can't expect me to remember what I said like a minute ago. Where did I? Okay, so now he shouldn't attack me, so now we can just talk to him. Who asked you to do the night's quest? You did. What is your origin? I'm not. Where am I? Prisoner slur something in uncertainty. I believe Wayne is playing Fear and Hunger Termina. This is unholy. Prisoner seems to be a dead man standing, brought to life by some wicked magic. He's not even standing. Seems like there's only a fragile belief in life keeping the ghoul on its feet. You might not be able to shake that belief fairly easily. Okay, so it gives you some hints as to like what to tell him. Did he though? Golly gee. Bollocks, Mollocks, Gollum, and Homestuck. Okay, but yeah, he's just mostly docile after you tell him to kill himself. And because he's a zombie, he can just keep fighting even if you cut off his head. You also, you can talk to the ghouls if you necromance them. You can talk to the ghouls and they give you some, like, lore. I believe that ghoul used to be a guard who hid himself inside the prisons. If I'm remembering right, that ghoul used to be a guard. Captain's Diary 2. Let's actually read the Captain's Diaries. Captain Rudimir, 16th of January, 1590. Torture. Once again went too far with his wicked methods. The prisoner was but a child, but already he had to go through so much torture that he shit himself more than he bled. I must say, I'm afraid of torture to a certain degree. Sometimes I think I would do this world justice if I just offed him with my blade. Very few know, but Torture used to be a famed holy knight of Rondon back in the day. He was able to achieve great fame at a very young age, but during our holy campaign against the Eastern Territories, he was captured. Everyone presumed him as dead. He died as a war hero. He should have died as a war hero. 5 years later, when we occupied the eastern capital of Jataya, he also found what was left of Torture. He was but a shadow of his former self, a disfigured, hunchback man with barely any resemblance to the great hero so many adored. I'm sure during those 5 years, he went through every method of torture he now puts to use himself. Just to honor the memory of Torture the White, I let this monster live today, although I see the great contradiction in my words here. Let me drink some water. Captain Rudimir, 30th of April, 1590. So this is 3 months later. It was a mistake to take this position in these dungeons. It's next to impossible to keep any kind of order among troops here. There are powers at play here that we as mere mortals cannot fight against. I've come to accept the madness. A naked prisoner crucified on a sacrificial statue with his guts hanging out. Just another day in the dungeons. More and more troops committing suicide every day. More food for those left. Orders to let some cultists do their wicked rituals here. Anything goes. All the gore and macabre scenery has become trivial to me. The high priest demanded that we give them our prized prisoner, the captain of the mercenary army, Legard of the Midnight Sun. I hesitated at first. After all, his worth in propaganda alone cannot be underestimated. But those priests somehow convinced higher-ups of their ways. Legard was transferred to the lower levels, below the mines. I have no idea what's the purpose behind this. Nothing good can come out of it, but orders are orders. I feel bad for the poor man. It's obvious the kingdom of Rondon backstabbed him, just because he was gaining influence at such a rapid rate. And now his story ends here, defiled in some unholy practices. Mondays, am I right? Oh. Mondays at the office can be so stressful. And then there's statues of lizardmen here. That's a little weird. That's just never addressed. Nobody talks about how there's statues of lizardmen. Just there. That seems like kind of a big deal. Not a big deal, but you know. It's worth addressing. It shows us that lizardmen aren't OP. Didn't mean to do that, but okay. I guess this is what we're doing now. But it shows us that lizardmen aren't like just brutes, you know? They have culture. They have artisans if they can like make huge statues like that. It's bigger than any human-made statue we see in the game. Before the lizardmen were all like wiped out to like endangerment. They seem to have been like a culture just as grand as humans are. I don't think I needed to guard that turn. I think it's next turn. Goddamn lizard monkey. What is your origin, beast? Rape. Never heard of it. Not sure if he can understand you or not. You have to fight without saying anything that prepares for an attack. Gurgle, gurgle. There appears to be something resembling a smile on his face. I'm trying to solicit the prison guard for sexual favors. Nobody likes it. Feel more courageous for saying that. Be guard just so we don't get last standard. A skeletal arm better than... Oh, we can't use skeletal arm. Elemental. Okay. So I don't have dash. So the elite guard is over here. I'm a little screwed. The elite guard's over here. So I'm a little screwed. Is that the elite guard? It is. It is. A few months ago, a video was uploaded on YouTube. Have you heard of Nair hair removal? I have not heard of Nair. I might have heard of Nair hair removal. I think I know what you might be talking about. Is that the one where the dude shows his butthole? You gon' die. No. Started Fighters tried the new player waitlist. Feels like a whole new game. Particularly since none of them can use Strayed. Butthole. Yeah, the winking booty hole. I think Draft showed me that video on YouTube, yeah. That guy showed his whole butthole. But Fear and Hunger YouTubers just scared to play this game without the censor mod. I don't like this guy being here. The little piss baby's kind of like bothering me. Probably Brown literally winking at us. He showed his pee-pee in another too. Jesus. The man is braver than most. Or at least a lot less shameful. Educational. There's PP and he was like, yeah, I'm Southeast Asian, it ain't big, moving on. Wait, did he actually, was there like actual meat? Did he show legit meat on YouTube? Jesus. There's no way the video is still up, right? There's no way. There's no way YouTube was like, yes, we're okay with this. Educational. It's very educational. There's no way. There's no way they left it up. You saw all of it? It is? It's still up? You know there's a full nudity on YouTube? Is there actually? The first time I ever got on YouTube when I was a kid, I went to like the popular tab, and somebody uploaded like an amateur sex video. That was back in the old days, you know? Back in the olden days. There's plenty of Brazilian waxing videos that show full cooch. Yeah. Shocked he didn't have the douching vid of him actually putting it in his butthole. There's hundreds of oddly kind of sexual breastfeeding videos. I'm sure they're just playing to like that niche. Kind of like the you remember when we talked about that one like niche about like you said like women pretend to like not know how to fix their car, and apparently some dudes get like really off to that. It's probably kind of like that. And then because I was talking to you about the people who like smoke a ton of cigarettes till they like die of cancer, and apparently that's like sexual for some people. Let's safely finger yourself. There's a weird breastfeeding meta. The breastfeeding meta. One lady got called out for it, for abusing the meta. Was she doing an off-meta breastfeeding build? Was she throwing? Years ago, there was a dude on YouTube who fetishized getting cancer and got it and died. What kind of cancer? Or just... I know one guy who, like, did a ton of smoking videos, like, died of, like, lung cancer. I'm gonna go save before I talk to Seymour and Buckman, because I'm not sure what triggers them to, like, go turn into a marriage. Mushroom. Inhaled smoke in rubber suits. We're talking about the same guy. We're talking about the same guy. Yeah, we're talking about the same guy right now. Let there be light. Let there be grilled meat. We'll use our one save right now. Doesn't feel safe anymore. Back in my day, we watched anime on YouTube, but each episode was divided in 3 parts, and the second part was always missing. I remember those days. I remember those days. You were lucky to find a video in 480p. Hold it. Just hold it right there. You're saying, I gather? Even if I may seem winded and wounded, I can still pack a deadly blow or two, so don't get any ideas. Hold it, Seymour. I know this one. This one's one of the good ones. You hear that? I'm one of the good ones. Back in the day, I watched 90s Berserk on YouTube, but it was like 12 episodes, but cut up so it ended up being like 50 videos. Ah, I see. Greetings, brave one. You really helped me out there by getting rid of that wretched torturer. Let me reward your bravery. Wow. You're the one who's also killed Torture. The world really is a better place after he's gone. You know him? Yes, I knew him somewhat. He's one of the higher officials in these dungeons, believe it or not. He had the disfigured shape long before coming here. This place has certainly had an enhancing effect to his looks and mental state. What is this? Paranoia Agent Gustave, Part 1, Episode 1, Part 1, Episode 2, Episode 1, Part 2. This brings me back. From 13 years ago? That's classic. That's classic. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Watch Paranoia Agent. And Lane. The lunatic tried to have his ways with me too before you meddled with his plans. Who are you? My name is Ludwig Buckman. I'd say it's a pleasure to meet you. Talking about pleasure in this hellhole sounds too macabre. What you doing? We delved into these dungeons with a small party. Came here for a certain person. One could say we came here for a rescue mission, even. That was before we knew better. Nothing survives here. Yeah, well, bummer, dude. I just get another scimitar, goddammit. Okay. You seem to retain your sanity still. Hold on to it. It's a rare gift in this darkness. I delved down here with my comrades. We have a mission to fulfill. The fate would, however, have it so that each of us got lost. I fear for the worst. Still haven't heard about the others. It's too late. Yes, perhaps. Should we prioritize in our survival then? I don't really know. It's not like this wicked place would let us have our escape either. We cannot head outside because of this unnaturally thick mist. Only have one direction to go. Down. Okay, I think I just got them killed. What happened here? What's this? A year expired. A year. You watch Hell's Kitchen? I do. How are the bugs in the bottles? I do watch Hell's Kitchen. I'm a big fan of Mr. Ramsay. The mystery. I have no idea how things are in this shape. The dungeons are beyond unholy at this point. This place is used as prisons by the Kingdom of Rondon. Everyone knows these dungeons around these parts. They're pretty notorious, in fact. All kinds of rumors are exchanged in the darkness of the night. The rumors speak of unimaginable horrors. Who knew they were just not pesky? Who knew they were not just pesky rumors? Okay, I'm a restart real quick because I think I just got them killed. And the Gorgon got typecast into being an asshole. Gorgon. Gorgon. The very first season he was pretty chill. Was he? It's been a while since I watched Hell's Kitchen. I got pretty far. I went on like a Hell's Kitchen binge one time. It was all I watched for like a month. Okay, I'm gonna go back through Buckman's dialogue just to like progress his quest line. But I'm not gonna talk to Seymour. Superintendent Chalmers. Seymour. Hi. How you doing, Verdoken? You know what? I lost my drops though. You blew up once on someone once. And when Hell's Kitchen America came out, they wanted that, but all the time. Did I just get nothing for my coin flip? I just got nothing for my coin flip. That happens at that table sometimes. I had that happen multiple times. Okay, nice, and I just don't get anything this time around. Lovely. Let's leave. I have to go get that lever. I do have to go get that lever. That lever. I have heard that Hell's Kitchen in America is a bit different from the other Hell's Kitchen. We got a torch up so we can see which direction he's facing. He turns. It's over, it's over, it's over, it's over, it's over. Woo! We made it somehow. Which way to the... should be this way, right? To the flesh pit. So the flesh pit is interesting. Or the blood pit. The blood pit is interesting because it's actually one huge ritual site. Darkness continues behind the bars. The reason Nazra is able to like summon that big like demon thing in his fight against you here is because of all the corpses here, right? So it seems he's able to control that demon using like super advanced blood magic, but he needs like a huge power source to actually do it, and that's where all these corpses and stuff come in. So many corpses that even the floor is like flesh now. Jesus. Cyclist, thanks for the follow, man. If you have any sort of lore questions, please feel free to ask. It really hit him when he came back to the UK TV and he got used to the asshole persona. And an old couple said they liked his show, but he wasn't acting respectful for Brits. He does seem like a super nice guy, like from his like recent content. I watched some of his YouTube videos and like TikToks and all that. He like reviews like cooking TikToks. And he's like, "Oh no, what's he doing, bro?" But the reason he doesn't like summon the demon, like that's not a spell he can use, or he just doesn't do that against Grogoroth, is because he's not like around his power source. Like more than likely, this blood pit is not an accident, right? Because think about it. In this direction is like the prisons, where like people are getting like killed and executed by guards, and like what are they gonna do? They're probably gonna just drop the bodies off in the nearest place, which is here, and over here in Choder's room, where Choder tortures people. What do you think he does with the bodies? He either drags them down the stairs, or if we look in his secret room, he actually just has a hole here with a disgusting stench rising from it, which I think we can assume is like a hole leading into the blood pit. Apparently the newest Jujutsu Kaisen episode was ass. I don't watch Jujutsu Kaisen. I want to get into it. You said watch the anime instead of read the manga, right? That's probably what I'll end up doing. But we do know the guards dispose of bodies down here. So if you die to the guard, there's actually a chance that you don't get a game over, but that they just toss you in the blood pit and you get to live. Like the animation map are goats, they are. So the guards and like possibly Troder dispose of their bodies here. And I don't think that's on accident. And if it is on accident, then if Nazra doesn't control where they dump the bodies, then he probably just settled down here because they dumped the bodies here. It's one or the other. One led to the other. AOT got a new trailer yesterday. I'm kind of sick of Attack on Titan, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been so stretched out. The manga ended how long ago now? I'm a little sick of it. A pile of burned bodies remained here. Okay, and then we have all these charred corpses below the blood pit. Who's known for charring corpses? It feels all a bit too coincidental. feel like Nazra just resides like in the general area of the blood pit and maybe the caves. Final season part 3, part 2. It's getting a little ridiculous, is what I'm saying. It's a little ridiculous. Final season part 3, part 2, the final chapter. Is that actually what it's called? Getting to like Homestuck levels of insanity here. Huge creature chained on the wall. It's all dried up, but it's uncertain whether it's alive or not. Its breasts are oozing yellow mucus. So somebody killed and chained up a cave mother here. Probably a long while ago, probably not recently. But somebody did kill one. Somebody in these dungeons besides us is capable of killing a cave mother. Not only that, but restraining it. It probably wasn't dead when they like restrained it. Penis statue. We'll talk to this fine fellow. Oh, and we can go through the whole Pocket Cat West line, because I've only ever done that once. Or you could say, well, hello, stranger. How are you doing on this wonderful day? What's so wonderful about it? New day brings new challenges. What's life without challenges? Attack on Titan Season 4, Final Season, Part 3, Part 2, the final chapter. It's a little ridiculous. Life sure is peculiar like that, huh? Life's peculiar when you're peculiar. Got that right. I'm liking you already. I know we just met, but I feel the connection forming here already. Hope you don't mind if I ask this straight. Living humans are divided into two groups, yes? They're children of light, those destined to walk under the bright sun. Those people do well in all hardships of life. They have dear humans who they want to return to. Even in the darkest hour, they can feel the warmth of their loved ones in their heart and gain extra courage from that. Then, in the opposite end of the spectrum, there are people of darkness. Those humans are often driven to depression and sorrow because of life's peculiar ways. They've learned how to live with those feelings. In fact, they've grown to love the ever-pressing darkness within. Those humans are able to draw energy from darkness. They're not dependent on other people. They only need darkness, their old friend. So, humans of light and darkness, which one are you? Every day, Wayne challenges himself, not because he's overachieving, but rather because he's got one too many chromosomes. Life is a challenge. Yes, they all are. I suspected as much. I'm glad you were able to be so honest with me. Tell me, do you love me by chance? No? Oh, very good, very good. I love honest words, even when they hurt me. I say that now. I'm probably going to feel really awful later on. Don't you worry about that, really. I've grown to love this feeling of being rejected. Well, anyways, I'm a merchant of sorts. I sell precious items and weapons for those in need. Funny thing is, though, I don't want your gold or silver. I'll trade items for human children. Bring them to me, and I'll make it worth your while. My pockets are very deep, you see. He's a creep. He's a weirdo. How many sticks do I have? I don't really want to give you my sticks, though. Can I just run? Can we not do this? Don't make me do this. You're gonna be really upset with me if I kill you. I'm gonna be a little upset with myself if I kill you. He's a Radiohead. I probably should have gone through the thicket first. No, that's fine. That's fine. Feel a terrible presence entering these dungeons. He's here. Some of the rocks show marks of recent activity of mining. The bottle of whiskey. It didn't give me the usual message you get from the common snake room. He's here. he's right there. That makes things a little difficult for us. Where is Nostradamus? The vibrations came from my left. What? This is his basket. Where's the man himself? Really, the game didn't glitch out and now I can't become friends with Nostradamus. Surely. I've actually never seen that glitch before, if it is a glitch. I've never had the Nostradamus spawn. Imagine doing the NKS ending and the Nostradamus spawn glitches out. Find Darce and beat her ass. I think the cave dwellers are doing a plenty good job of that already. Wolf. Blue hue emanates from the enemy ahead. Thunder power. Woohoo. That's a little funny. Did my game actually break? Is this Rama's not gonna be friends with me now? He's there. Shit. Then his Rama's spawn broke for some reason. And now we can't be friends. This is so sad. Oh. And you're just not gonna... Okay. You're just gonna be difficult about it. This is actually so funny. This basket is just here. Let me go right real quick. Okay, there's nothing right. Okay, my best bet is just to get over to that side of the room before Crowmauler spawns in. Scary. Cave dwellers are alive. I'm gonna take a risk and just fight this guy by myself. And I'll rescue Darce later. After they're already mad at me. If you start that cutscene though, and then you leave, she dies, so... You can't even go up there just yet. God, he's so cool. And we don't get stunned. Lucky us. Alright, sport, here's what's gonna happen. You sit tight, I'll be back for you later. Hahaha. Little idiot. It's so funny. You've been nuggeted. You turned into a nugget. And now you can't do anything. It's genuinely hilarious to me. He's at my mercy. I'll finish him later. Hello. And the cave dwellers also have like a lot of culture within them too. If you go into one of their huts, there's actually a chance that the flavor text will say that the huts are very well built. They seem to like have a distinct warrior class. All the people who carry spears have like distinct like facial and like body paint on them. They built their own huts. They have agriculture down in the dark. Despite not like really caring for you, they're also not like inherently aggressive against you either. And there is one of them who actually does like just do trade with you. Along with that, they have like Kaiser foreshadowing, or not Kaiser, but you know, the Yellow King foreshadowing here. With the yellow drape over here, it's very. I can't think of any other character that might represent. But they have stuff like beheadings and all that. On head and grasp of an ornament hand. Human sacrifice seems to be a common theme around here. But honestly, can you really judge them for like doing human sacrifice when like the Kingdom of Rondon itself still does human sacrifice itself? Like at this point in history, there's still like sacrifices to Gorgoroth happening. Enki was gonna offer himself to like Almer on like the stake and all that. Not the stake, but you know. Like sure, from like our own modern perspective, the human sacrifices thing might make them seem like vicious and savage, but like within a Fear and Hunger lore perspective, like even like the modern like people do that. Crew notebook on the table, but its contents remain a mystery to you. The writing consists of random symbols that lack all finesse. They do have symbols. They've even developed their own like writing system. By no means are the cave dwellers like meant to be like these uneducated savages. They're doing very well for themselves within this environment. True, I sacrificed someone on my way home today. We all do it. We all do it, you know? Why act like we don't? Me and a few buddies, we're gonna go like do a human sacrifice on like Saturday. It's no biggie, we all do it. Normalize human sacrifice. Nah, I say we bring back sacrifices. Some of these motherfuckers out here, I see. Really ought to have been sacrificed. We should bring back natural selection. We should bring back bullying. I see some of these kids today. And listen, right? Listen, as somebody who was bullied, I'm allowed to say this, because I used to be bullied. I've bullied and been bullied. You know, I think it builds character. You tremble before the altar of darkness. I'm just saying, I see some of these kids today, and I can tell they've never been bullied, you know? These anti-bully programs are a little too effective. Huge creatures lying here dormant. Let's actually just stop here and talk about this for a second. This is the god of the depths. This is their physical form. This is their corpse. I wouldn't even say that it's their corpse. They're not dead yet, right? They're not dead yet. They're dormant. They're dormant. We kill them later when we cut off all their hearts. And then have the little girl use them as like a stepping stone to grow. But this is an older god. What if you put something in there? Oh. One man's god is another man's corn on the cob with a mouth. Yeah, dude, he's knocked out. Having himself a good sleep. But this is an older god. This is an older god in physical form. I believe this is the only... No, well... We see Sylvian's traces. We see Grogoroth's traces. We see Rur's physical body, but it's only powered by traces. And this is, as far as we know, this is also the God of the Depths' actual physical body. This is its actual body. Because the Sylvian and Grogoroth we see are just like the traces. We see Rur's proper, like, full older god body, and the God of the Depths' full older god body. Although those bodies only carry the traces of their power, those are their true bodies. Whereas with Sylvian and Grogoroth, we only ever see, like, the traces. What about Chambara, the meaty one? What about Chambara, the meaty one? He's very meaty. I think that's all there is to say on the matter. Object is an ancient-looking cube with ornaments and decorations twisting around. Let me take a close look at this. You know what I always found out about movies? What? Isn't that his physical form? Yeah, but Chambara is a new god. Chambara is a new god. Different concepts. Yoink. Excuse me, lads. For that dash, this might get a little dicey. Run. Oh, I forgot you were here. Movies with down kid, they always get bullied, but IRL, everyone left the downies alone and collectively agreed God has bullied them enough. I feel like a lot of people who write like teenage movies kind of forgot what it was like. I feel like if you get to the point in your life where you're writing movie scripts, you probably didn't have like a normal high school life, and that's why probably like a lot of writers who like write high school like type movies don't really write like very accurate versions of high school, because they're like, yeah, the popular kids bullied everybody. It's like, no, they bullied you because you were a theater kid. You know, you were easy pickings. That doesn't mean they bullied everybody. You were just a theater kid. Everybody bullied you. The band kids bullied you. Come on. The choir kids bullied the theater kids. That's just how it went. Well, hello again, stranger. Hasn't even been that long, has it, my friend? There's been something bothering me lately. You wouldn't mind if we had a little one-on-one time together, would you? Actually, I'd rather not. Oh, I see. It's totally fine. I mean, even if I already feel this deep connection between us, it doesn't necessarily mean you share the same emotions. Don't worry, I'm not hurt or anything. It's good you're so straight and honest with me. Okay. Any children with you? Oh, that actually just skipped his conversation. That's all. Well, hopefully his quest still progresses. Oops. I just realized something. I have to fight at least like 2 of these guys to get to Darce now. Maybe just 1 if I can cheese. Yeah, because that guy just sticks there. He doesn't like actually move. That guy's a spear though. That's gonna suck. Oh, never mind. Nice. I was in a mentor program and my kid I was mentoring got kicked out of theater for telling the plot of a hentai. This is why we bullied the theater kids. This is why we bullied the theater kids. They just made it so easy. I'm coming to get the arse. Have you guys seen that picture of Darce that's been floating around? That people are getting really mad over? People are sending that artist like death threats and all that, you know? Run for it! What? Plot twist, we were friends and I showed him the inside. You did this to him. Here sounds like a struggle coming from above. Not much of a struggle, is it? More of a slaughter I'm looking at. Why are the yellow mages not bothering you? Hold on, I'll show you in a second. Just turn away and not take part in this. The air is filled with an intense killing intent. Oh wait, hold on. Because Wayne's a hustler university graduate. What's your origin? Hiro seems to mind something to you. He's pointing his finger at his chest, then towards you. You and me are the same, he's saying. We're the same. I used to be just like you. I used to be just like you. I used to have no money. I used to get no bitches. I used to be just like you are. No need for killing. He raises his arm furiously. Aggression and killing intent emanate from the primal cave dweller. You don't bother, top G's. Hiro seems to mime something. He points at his throat with a slicing motion. Primal hate. Oops. My bad, man. He loses his balance with his penis cut. My bad, man. I'm so sorry about that. That was an accident. I didn't mean to hit you in the ding dong. Darce is also one of the only two characters, main characters, that we have a last name for. Thank goodness. You know what they did to me? I'll talk about it. No. Thank you for your help for 1,000 times. Without you, I'd be dead by now. I wonder how everything's gonna look if the game was 3D. There's actually been like, there was a video of somebody who made the game, who made like a trailer for Termina in like PS1 graphics that I thought was really good. Too bad you can't communicate during battle. What happened here? Found this underground village full of those things. Live in savage ways. They're but a pack of heretics. Things they did to me. I got to see one of those primitive rituals. I had to step in. Cut down a couple of them, and they chased me here. Things they did. What gods do you serve? Serve Almer as my primary god, like most people that come from Rondon. Hey, that's Lady Samus. It is Lady Samus. How ironic that she gets mad at them for... She says primitive rituals. I assume she's talking about the human sacrifices, which Almer does himself. I'm very conscious. What happens when you return to your roots? Serve Almer. Try to teach Almer's teachings to those cave-dwelling savages too, but they didn't seem to understand a thing I said. My name is Darce. Do you think you can remember that? Wait a minute. Who are you? My name is Darce Catalyst. I'm part of the Night of the Midnight Sun. Her face starts to radiate the moment she starts talking about the Knights. Apologize in advance. My manners might seem a bit strict for lowly commoners. I originally had an uprising in the Kingdom of Rondon as a royal knight before leaving with the Knights of the Midnight Sun. What are you doing here? Step down to this darkness to save my captain, the captain of the Knights of the Midnight Sun. I forgot to save Legard. Been dealing with some depression. I stay away from most people. Mostly when that happens, best to not harass others with my crap. Well, I hope you're feeling better. I hope you're feeling better, Samus. I'm glad you're here now, though. I think Legard's dead. No, he's definitely dead. We've been playing for like an hour and a half. That dude's dead as hell. Maybe you've heard his name. It's Legard. If you ever meet him, you would surely remember him. Yes, please. I mean, that would be the wisest thing to do, obviously. I'm dead, so I guess it's better than the alternative. As long as you're still here, you can keep moving forward. The bad times will pass. Gladly join your party until I can fulfill my mission here. I was wondering to myself, I was like, I needed to go to the thicket, but why? I needed to go to the thicket so I could rush to Legard so he wouldn't die. Oops. Kind of slipped my mind. Cause havoc, Lady Samus. It's time for your villain arc. Okay, let me go show you why the yellow mages don't bother me. Who's the villain of Metroid? You them? Look, he turns his head. It's villain. He's the villain. Mother Brain, Space Pirates, Ridley. More like a mini grind. Damn, it's another M. If you cut off an enemy's limbs and just leave them there, then they just don't have limbs when they go into the overworld. A nice little mechanic. So if you cut off this guy's legs, he can't actually do anything to you because he needs his legs to do his dance for hurting. Dark Samus. What is your origin? It matters not. I'm but a pawn in the greater scheme of things. Did not know that? Yeah, a lot of people cut off like guards' legs and then like run from them so that the guards just like have to crawl around. It used to be a strat back in the day when Kahara could start off with unguard. Which gods do you serve? No, what are you doing here? It's part of my training. I'm still too ignorant about the greater scheme of things. Which gods do you serve? Channel destruction, so isn't it obvious? The new gods. Are you mocking me? Homer? Homer is much too recent a being for my respect. Sylvie? You're way off with your childish guessing games. I'm all excited, thinking, hey, we can befriend these guys? Bummer. Yeah. I guess he's been forsoothed in a way, you know? It's kind of like declawing a cat. That's a good metaphor, I think, because it hurts the cat too, to declaw them. I'm sure it kind of hurts to lose all your limbs. Correct, you're not completely misguided. Why serve Grogroth? Traces left the Grogroth are the strongest among older gods. No other ancient being is still so vivid in this day and age. Like all mages, apprentices, and priests, I strive for personal growth and greater power. Grogroth has the most to offer. Can Funger 2 cast Rick? Funger 1's cast in a fight? Like, who can and can't beat who? I feel like Fear and Hunger 1 cast kind of like absolute... Fear and Hunger 1 cast clears Fear and Hunger 2's cast. Enki alone could probably like take half of them, while Ragnarvalder takes the other half. Like, Enki's like the prodigy of his time, the greatest dark priest of his era, and Ragnarvalder's a regular man who like by himself completely clears out the dungeons. Let me remind you, so canonically Ragnarvalder killed Crowmauler. Canonically, Ragnarvalder killed Crowmauler. When you go to the dungeons of Fear and Hunger as Osa, no matter what choice you make, if you fight Crowmauler as Osa in the dungeons of Fear and Hunger, in his intro, Osa dies. You try to cast a spell, you die. You try to swing at him, you die. Like, Osa cannot fight Crowmauler with his magic and like all like his training. And Ragnarvalder canonically killed Crowmauler. Or a Crowmauler. Not please all of them though, can you? Like, Ragnarvalder and Enki alone are just so far above the rest of like the Fear and Hunger 2 cast. Is there no Crowman in 2? None in game. There's none in game, but they are mentioned. There's a if you play as Osad, you get to do a text adventure type game for his backstory, and it's mentioned that Crowmauler is in like the Dungeons of Fear and Hunger. Although Crowmauler is not a unique being, so it's not the same one as Fear and Hunger 1, more than likely. So he's not in game, but he is like kind of mentioned in Osad's backstory. You teach about Grogorath. Not at a level to pass on knowledge of such matters. Seek out my master, Nazarah of the East, if you desire to learn more. Here, if you're to survive my blood magic, show this talisman to my master and show great humility. He might just listen to you. Am a caveman in Hogwarts doing solo Hunger 2's cast? Yes. Okay, let me just kill you. Nazra like constantly makes fun of Osaf for like being like below average as a mage in like his knowledge and like abilities. And Enki is described by the new gods as being like a prime candidate for like becoming the new enlightened one. If you were to not fight him and leave him intact and go this route and speak with him, does he still fight you? If you were to not fight him, leave him intact, go this route and speak with him, does he still fight you? I believe he does still fight you, yeah. Like if I just talk to him here. See, the thing about just talking to him without cutting off any of his limbs is that he's gonna cast hurting on you. And that's just no good. It's just a very risky strategy to like try and like test it. But yeah, from what I can remember, he does still like cast hurting on you as soon as you leave the menu. Soulstone. Beast negotiations are done when you've cut off someone's legs. Negotiations are over. I'm in control now. We're gonna have to do it to you. Get him in the willy. The smell of gore emanates from below. You can hear faint sounds of growling and moaning too. Closest cousin. What's the most OP power a human can have in this game? Essentially new godhood. Like sitting on the throne of ascension and ascending to becoming a new god. You're technically still human. Lore-wise, new godhood. If you want to not count new godhood, then probably just like magic. Without turning into a god. Probably just blood magic. Either that or between the tormented soul and dominating soul. Darce is kind of like implied to like kind of suppress her dominating soul. And Ragnarvalder has the tormented soul, and because of his tormented soul, he's able to like do the superhuman things he does. Like when stories have the ascension to a higher being. Like Bloodborne. Oh yeah, I feel you. You turn into the slug. Last woman is feeding her arm to the other one. Last man seems to be enjoying himself a lot. These two are busy with each other. The other person is bleeding extensively, and you can't help but wonder how much life there's still left in him. It makes me so uncomfortable. He's chewing on the cut off arm. If you become a god, can you influence the outside world? Yes, you can. Two are busy with each other. The other person is bleeding extensively, and you can't help but wonder how much life there's still left in him. You can? It's just that the current new gods kind of chose not to some extent. Like, they kind of chose to, like, sit in their thrones and just watch the world burn. But yes, if you become a god, you can influence the world, as evidenced by, Legard, who became a new god and then went out and, like, and started influencing history from behind the scenes. And people like Bethel, who also ascended and still kind of held, like, a role in history. He seems content. So yeah, if you become a new god, you can still, like, influence the outside world, either indirectly or, like, directly by just going outside. Nazra also became a great conqueror by becoming, like, a new god and then using that power. The power of, like, his new god, or, like, the new god powers, like, his enhanced abilities as a demigod to, like, conquer more. Celebration of flesh. I want more. The masked gentleman seems to be in a very agitated state and is breathing heavily. His genitalia seems to be in an abnormally high pressure erection. Take part in the feast? No, I'm good. No, really, I'm fine, thank you. The wane is still cessing, and the cess is still waning. You love to see it. And the thing with like ascending though, is that it's kind of messed up. It's kind of like you're told one thing, but that's not how ascension works. You're told that ascension makes you a new god, but it doesn't make you a new god. It just makes a new god. They look like you, and they carry on like your beliefs and your essence, but they're not you. And I think that's the most messed up part of, like, ascending into a new god. Says winning West Kane. This is where it has come down to. Forgive us, Ulmer. Can you fuse? We can fuse. We could do a marriage. So if Legard's dead, I'll just do a marriage. I'll show off the marriage if Legard's dead. I wanted to see the scene where, like, Ragnvaldr kills Legard, and then we have to fight Dars. But I think I took way too long to rescue Legard with your god. You can, and that's what like the true ascension is. But as far as we know, I believe only Enki has kind of done that. And that's because he has, like, external help from, like, somebody who's lived like 1,000 years. So it's possible, it's just not, like, usually possible. Easy fight. Easy fight. Not an easy fight, we're still starving. So what's he do after true ascension? After Enki, like, truly ascends, it's said that he stays in Mahavre and kind of leads, like, the next generation. And I'm not sure how much of that is canon, because it says that he, like, stays in, like, the libraries of Mahavre and kind of, like, leads the next generation of, like, new gods. But as far as we know, lore-wise, there were no more new gods after Legard. But he did do, like, extensive research and, like, and write the skin Bibles, which contain most of, like, the lore and knowledge we know about for, like, the older gods. So he attained a higher level of enlightenment and knowledge, and kind of spread that around the world for other humans. Do other gods not care that you're goofing around with the world? What's to stop a douche god from doing your changes to the world? Nothing. When you gotta do a smasher pass on your avatar, what do you mean? On my avatar? The fish? Fish. I'll pass, we're just friends. We're just friends, him and I. So if two gods disagree, do they fight? They do, actually. in unused content, and I hate to bring up unused content because it's not canon. Any unused content you see, not canon. It has no like discussion value or like lore worth. But in unused content in the second game, Kaiser does say that like he's had to deal with like other new gods trying to stop his plans. He's like, I've had to overcome many challenges. He says like I've had to like do this and this, and I've had to like deal with like some unruly gods, implying like new gods that he's had to like fight. Kaiser, I hardly know her. Talking stage. Hey, my god gives every lady on earth a penis, and resets god doesn't like do our gods fight? Yes. If they're new gods, yeah. If they're old gods, they probably don't care. The old gods just kind of did whatever. Who wins? We're in a bit of a pickle here. Never mind. He's stupid. Never mind. I'm stupid. Oh no. Oh. God damn it. Hey guys, that's Wayne here. We're playing Fear and Hunger. I seem to be in quite the sticky situation. Woo! We're just not gonna go that way. Can you gods take old gods? Not at all, no. Absolutely not. The most powerful new god? Probably Nazra. Got instantly KO'd by Grogoroth. If you have Nazra with you, who's a new god? Nazra's a new god. If you have Nazra in your party, when you go fight Grogoroth, not even Grogoroth, Grogoroth's traces, right? A fraction of Grogoroth's power. He gets instantly killed before the fight even starts. Can we fuse an old god and a new god? No, because old gods wouldn't want to, like, do that. And they can't be forced to because new gods are, like, much weaker than them. We need a lore book. I'm writing the lore book. Let me go look at the lore book. The lore book is currently 37 pages long. Can gods make kids? Can gods be cringe YouTubers? I suppose they could. Can gods make kids? It's implied they can. Or I guess, no, yeah, they definitely can because they make humanity. But they also kind of, it's not known how Ulmer was like definitively born, but in one telling of Ulmer's story, he was a creation of like the older gods. It's hilarious. What's hilarious, biscuits? Hilarious how this ghost is cockblocking me from the exit. Can you not? Thank you. Two gods don't make a brand new god. Oh, that's what you meant. No, yeah, gods can have kids. Actually, in the second game, one of the older gods in the second game is like the kid of like two older gods from the first game. Maybe new gods born. Why are you dead? Why did you do this? Hold on. You know how much of this game I just played with that dash only for you to kill yourself? Why have you done this? Who told you to do this? Why did you do this? I should have just not talked to you guys. The pathetic bulky creature before you seems to struggle just to breathe. You delved too deep. Why have you done this? Why have you done this? Who told you to do this? It's hilarious. Nazra getting destroyed? Oh, that is hilarious. Maybe new god's born old god. See, there's some credence to that theory. But yeah, draft. One of the god of nature in Fear and Hunger 2 is actually the son of the god of destruction and the god of love in creation. They have no mouth and they must scream. Homework. Homework. I've been slacking on my homework this week. The ritual circles are very interesting. The ritual circles were originally just a Gorgoroth symbol. You can see Gorgoroth symbol carved into the stone. But then over top of it, somebody painted on this like weird triangle sigil. And also like the God of the Depths symbol right here. I tried to look up what this symbol might mean, but I couldn't find any sort of meaning for this like symbol specifically. I was doing a lot of research into like arcane like symbols, and I just couldn't find anything that resembled this. Like exactly. Found a few things that were kind of similar, but like still too far off for me to like comfortably say that's what they were. Doing it right now, reverse image searching it. Ooh. It's from Full Metal Alchemist. That's why. I think a reverse image search could help. The person's fear but is hungry. I'm only on level 1. Okay. He's dead as hell. He's super dead. Same pug. I've seen some dead people in my time. He's the most dead guy I've ever seen. He's exceptionally dead. Okay, let's go recruit Ragnvalder. Now Kias creates a marriage. You want to see a marriage? Don't make marriages, kids. Don't make marriages, kids. Not even once. Now die. Assassination. Yeah. Marriage? Marriage. It's very, very bad. Maybe that's the correct form of marriage. That's the correct form of marriage. I don't want to be correct. It is new life after all. Yeah, but the other new life doesn't involve like wheezing and bleeding. And this is my favorite room in the entire game. Fine chair sitting here. Its purpose is unknown. Maybe it's here just stored away. They're broken. The chair's surprisingly comfy. You can relax here for a brief minute. This is what it must feel like sitting on a throne. The idea lingers to your mind that you came to these dungeons on your own free will. No one forced you to come here. You could have just slept late on that morning you embarked on this macabre quest of yours. There are countless things you could be enjoying at this very moment, but instead you sit in this chair surrounded by the piercing cold darkness. Sitting here, knowing that the moment you get up, Death might be waiting you just around the corner. It's horrible to say the least. That's my favorite place. What's the opposite of Seswain? Evil Seswain. And Yasu. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not saying that's Elendrius. That's a setup. Let's actually go this way. We gotta go to the whatchamacallit? The thicket. Someone said that at work. Oh no. What are the tall guys in the background? Those are statues of lizardmen. It's from Fairly Odd Parents. I know. Those are statues of lizardmen, which I really enjoy. It's never really brought up or talked about. I talked about this earlier on stream. But like the fact that lizardmen have statues, there's no reason humans would build statues of lizardmen. So the fact that lizardmen have statues, and the fact that they're like bigger than any man-made statue we see in the entire game, like just goes to show us that like lizardmen aren't just like bloodthirsty monsters. They have their own culture and like artisans and all that, you know? There's more to lizardmen than meets the eye. Okay, so maybe. Wait on me, I'm ready. If I knew they were just gonna get themselves killed in forming a marriage, I would have just betrayed them. Lizardmen forced marriage with humans to get more smarter. Gets more smarter. But see, I think lizardmen are plenty smart already. They have really deep like knowledge of martial arts. Like when you get into a fight with a lizardman, like he likes to like swing his sword around and like show off like how good he is at like handling his sword. And like I said, we have these like huge statues, bigger than any man-made statue we see in the entire game. Even when we go into like the city of like, or the kingdom of Rondon, when we go to like the city proper, we don't see like any sort of statues or anything bigger than like the statues built by the lizardmen. Nothing dumb. Lizardmen build stuff to scale. Maybe he's doggy and can't actually hit you, and he's just bluffing. But yeah, just a little hint there. And maybe there's more to lizardmen than meets the eye. They're also very aware of like their ancestry. When you talk to like the lizard mage in the gauntlet, he talks about like his ancestors and all that. I think he did. I might just be tripping right now. I know it's brought up that he's not sure what tribe he like belongs to. He's not human anymore, but he's also not a lizardman anymore. Where's lizardmen now? They aren't. They don't exist in Termina. They don't exist that we know of. Hence, they aren't real. Even for a Hunger Games crossover. This is all fake. You're not even awake, Wayne. This is a lucid dream. Did I sleep past my stream alarms? I'm missing stream right now in real time. Did I sleep past my stream alarms again? None of this is real. Wake up. You never streamed. Don't say that to me. Stuck in the red sack like in the Matrix. You never made a Twitch account, but no one will believe you. Oh, dude, I wake up and like I'm back in February. Or like January before I made my before I started the Twitch channel. You're in a coma. Wake up. That's my one fear. You guys ever heard that one Reddit story about the guy who like lived his entire life and then he like looked at a lamp funny and then he woke up and he had been in a coma for like his COVID fever till 2020? I would love that actually. The guy who like looked at a lamp and it was like flat, and then he like realized that he was like in a coma. Like the lamp was weird and he stared at it. Yeah. In the pandemic and you're sleeping. Dude, that would be so nice. Take me back to those times. He was like, wait a second. If I was back in the pandemic, I could make much smarter decisions about my college education. The hounds are hard on your tail. The jagged jaws. Bro, it's clueless. Pandemic times was fun as fuck, dude. Just sitting there, being home all day. If you did go outside, it was all nice and quiet. What's the stick for? If you throw the stick, it distracts the dogs, and they don't attack you anymore. They only do their special, like, attack, which they indicate their special attack by barking. When you hear them bark, you have to guard the next turn, and then they just can't hurt you. Because guards stop coin flip attacks. So it keeps them from doing regular attacks, and you can just cheese them and fight them without taking any damage. Any other reason for stick? You can make torches with stick. And if you throw a stick at Moonless, Moonless doesn't attack you. Also, you can make a pinecone pig. In fact, oh, we don't have a pinecone. I was gonna say, like, let's make a pinecone pig right now. War scythe. Bugs crawling between the vines, it makes you itchy. Let me actually step out of the thicket for a second. What ending are you doing? I'm not sure what ending I'm doing. Right now I'm mostly just focused on like really taking my time walking through and just talking about lore. It's been a while, you know? It's been a while. Let me drink some water. Actually, I'm dumb. Let's go. We can recruit all the main party members, actually. Let me go talk to Enki and get him to, like, move his dialogue forward. Pray for me, Wayne. I'm start my homework. Best of luck, man. I put mine off for 4 days. It's due on Sunday. I gotta start tomorrow. Huh? You're with the same mind still. Please leave me. I'm not here to make acquaintances, and I failed to see what worth chatting with you would bring. My name is Enki, a priest of destruction. Did that feed your curiosity? And then if you talk to him again, he'll get mad at you and try to kill you, so don't do that. Oh, Enki. Have that, huh? Maybe later. Hunger, but all areas are randomly generated. He gets mad, yes. If you keep talking to him, he gets mad at you, and the next time you see him, he'll fight you. Tell him stop being a little bitch. He is kind of a little bitch. He's all like, wah, wah. People hate dark priests. Wah. We're inherently evil and cast hurting and necromancy. Wah. Society doesn't like us, even though we're all dicks. Wah. We better call the ambulance on this baby. Not a big Enki fan. Not a very big Enki fan. Not at all. Says daddy. Don't call me says daddy. Maybe a little bit. This is real music right here. You hear that wood creak? That was phenomenal. Oh, I didn't even. Okay. Nice. Says Zaddy. Puppy says. Puppy. I'm not saying that. Michael Pig. Darts equipped the Pinecone Pig. This game would be amazing to play on a rainy day. I like playing it at night with the lights off. No lucky coin glitch, you hate to see it. That means we can't farm bookshelves. That sucks. What's Chula mean? It's raining right now? In Texas, maybe. Oil. What's Chula mean? I couldn't give you an exact definition. Working on chapter 2 lore of what I am now. Google says it means pimp. Pimp. What's that symbol on Kahara? Okay, so Miro has said on his Twitter that the symbol on Kahara's vest is a family crest. He didn't say it was Kahara's family crest, but he said it was a family crest. Looks like a tree branch or something. It does look kind of like a tree branch. I would assume it might be Kahara's, like, I would assume it is Kahara's family crest. Just because when he becomes a new god, his new god self has the crest embedded in, like, his flesh. Why wear another family's crest? Well, Kahara's a mercenary. He's also, like, a thief and a burglar, and, like, you know, he has generally very sticky fingers. I wouldn't put it past him to, like, I wouldn't put it past him to just, like, steal a nice leather vest he found. And be like, yeah, I can wear this as armor. And it just so happened to have somebody else's family crest on it. I wouldn't put it past him. And also, it is a good question. Why wear somebody else's family crest? But on the other hand, why would, like, an orphan who grew up on the streets have a family crest, you know? Kahara's not like a noble or anything. He's not of noble blood. He wasn't raised a noble, so why would he have a family crest? It's all very confusing. Oh. Didn't mean to come here, but okay. So this is the Insect King. Everybody say hello to the Insect King. We can't understand him because we can't actually speak to insects right now. You know, he's here. Just in case you forgot, he does exist here. Say hello to the Insect King. He's a little creepy. I don't quite like the look of him. The cut of his jib was a bit too much for me to handle, I suppose. Lady. This actually sucks because we have to run back through the thicket and go get Ragnarvalder again. I guess we can pick up Enki right quick. What's Kahara's ascended form? Tell me more. Let me take out my notes on Kahara's ascended form. Okay, so Kahara has the Endless Soul, which is the same soul that's Nilvan has. The Endless Soul is the soul of... Wow, streamer doesn't memorize. Listen, it's a lot of notes, okay? It's also been a while. Oh, you again. Nice to see you alive, to be honest. How are you? Are we really having this conversation? No, we are not. What is this place? We're at the gateway to the darkness. These are the last man-made walls you're about to see. To delve any deeper would be suicide. What is that? You seem to carry an eclipse talisman. Where did you get it? What's an eclipse talisman? It's a symbol that you're an apprentice of the wizard Nazra, the bringer of chaos. The talisman holds great power on its own, but it also gives you a plethora of new friends and enemies. You don't seem to be too familiar with the greater scheme, so I imagine the talisman is going to waste in the hands of you. You mind giving it to me, perhaps? What's in it for me? What would you say if I offered my services to you? I'm done with the libraries here, and I'm prepared to venture deeper to the dungeons. Even for me, it might prove to be fatal to keep on going alone. Great. Yay, 3 friends. Who's that? That's Enki. The god Nazra? What about Nazra? Oh, the head. Yeah, the head. Nazra's a new god. He was the old enlightened one. The yellow mage guy, yes. He was the enlightened one before Valtiel was the enlightened one. And before him, Betel was the enlightened one. And now, as far as we know, in the times of Termina, there is no enlightened one. Valtiel. The big head that we fight. Lots of rando names. I think he is an enlightened. He has the enlightened soul, but he doesn't really ever like pick up the title of the enlightened one. Because he technically doesn't become a new god. So I wouldn't know if he's counted as being like an enlightened one. But he does have the enlightened soul. So he does have the potential to ascend into the enlightened to an enlightened one. But Enki decides to reach true enlightenment instead, which is better than becoming the enlightened one. We've created an idol out of our fears. You're another priest of destruction, it seems. You try starting a conversation. What is your origin? I am but a wretched being on a holy pilgrimage. All the priests of the Western world dream of delving down these dungeons. Okay, this is funny. So he starts chanting something, and if you don't stop him, it becomes a coin flip attack. What god do you serve? We serve all the gods. Despite the common folk blaming the dark times on the older gods, we also value their teachings. Grogroth, Sylvian, or Almer, the Ascended One, the original destroyers and creators. Grogroth, he who was followed by death and destruction. So if you talk to him, it actually disturbs his chanting because he's like has to talk to you. You're ruining the summoning. So his coin flip attack fails. Because you talk to him and it makes him like not do his chants. I think that's kind of funny. The goddess, she's the opposite to Grogroth and brings forth new life and love. Almer, he who died for our sins, he who binds us all together. I have to remember this. Hold on. Wipe your ass with a spell book. Is that a priest of Almer? This is a dark priest. Dark priests worship all the gods. He's a dark priest like Enki. We serve all the gods, he says. Roughly 800 years ago, mankind decided to take the reins in their own hands. We had suffered long enough because of the neglect of the older gods. New gods will bring us closer to the paradise. Why no god of depths? Because he's a forgotten god. He's largely unworshipped nowadays. The only reason that he's like talked about and so prevalent in Fear and Hunger 1 is because we're literally like in his intestines. This is like his domain. What are these dungeons? The dungeons of Fear and Hunger, a nexus for different planes of existence. These dungeons are one of the last places where a man can still meet his creators. That's why he's almost dead. Yeah, exactly. Work here's not done yet. Get 'em, boys. They will create an idol out of our fears. Okay. Let's try this. I want to get a priest robe and try to talk to one of them. If we're lucky, we'll pull one. No. Oof. So the priests drop their robes. That lets you disguise as one of them. And then you get unique dialogue if you talk to the other priests while you're wearing the priest robes. But we can't do that because we got it off of the last guy. Roll of fencing. We're gonna go back and farm like bookshelves. After this, we're going to Mahabre, so it's gonna be a while since before we come back here. Uh-oh. Thank you so ass. What are you doing there? Roll the wild man. We'll talk to Isaiah later. Actually, we'll buy the maps right now. I do do believe we're maxed out on coins. Yep. Mysterious man looks like a war veteran almost. His right arm seems to be missing. Something very intimidating in his stature. Who are you? What difference does it make? Not like we're going to run into each other over again. Never know. On second thought, the name is Isaiah. You could call me a veteran of these dungeons. Some time ago, I found a manuscript concerning the ancient walls this fortress holds. Multiple pages that were maps of sorts. I was able to locate a few of the map locations that were buried treasures hidden where the marker was set. A couple of the maps are complete mystery to me, however. Maybe they're hidden somewhere so deep where I simply couldn't get yet. Maybe there's something I'm missing. In any case, I'm done with this place. I've played with my luck long enough. I could sell you the maps for, say, 50 silver coins. Who knows, maybe you can even find them. I light this torch up for you so you don't have to sit in the dark. Man, I apologize, but the tears forming around Darcy's eyes. I just can't anymore. What's wrong? You know just what's wrong. Place, every nook and cranny reeks of death. This place is as vile as they come. Okay, bye, loser. Can't do this anymore. I just want to sit down and close my eyes. I just want this to end. Kill yourself and be one with your husbando. No, you can't do that. It's suicide. I know. You're right. Never mind. I'm okay. I'll manage. You still have 48 mind. You're just being a big baby right now. Okay, fine. You can have one little sip if you're gonna keep being a little baby about it. Doing dance-like movements. While the Petty Wap appeared. Petty Wap. Not gonna get much conversation out of this thing. Josh lost a piece of her soul. Oh, bummer, dude. So Dora's crying about how she can't go on in her husband needs alcohol. Let her die. He gave her some liquor because he wants to lick her. We barely managed to jump to safety. Look at that. I'll say it again. That hoe. We live, we love, we lie. Deserves to be buried. Oh, you again. Still alive. Ah, I guess I misjudged you previously. This place is truly curious, isn't it? When a main vampire toad girl in League? No. She's a jungler. I haven't actually seen her kid yet. I'm playing Echo and Aatrox right now. And a little bit of the dog. You know who you know who as. Alan Walker's the best artist. These are the intestines of the god of the depths. That means we're inside an older god. Neck reveal? Out of the depths. Ja, yes. He's not well known. Not that well known god, as he is mostly worshipped by those who are forsaken and forgotten. People often shy away from light and prefer the dark corners of the earth. In the cave builders yet, they prove my point quite well. The god of the depths is responsible for the layout of these dungeons. He is ever changing his shape to challenge the visitors. Try to please him if I were to delve deeper. Niche, not yet. There's a man in prison somewhere in these dungeons. The man has something that shouldn't belong to any human. I'm here to retrieve it. Perhaps get rid of the man while at it. He carries an ominous energy with him. I'm not sure what to think of him. My friend. Maybe I will actually. There's clearly more to you than what I initially expected. It would be an honor to crawl these dungeons with you. Yay! The whole gang's here. Secrets. Me when we streamed at 7:01. What do you mean? You get the Eastern Sword. What could my computer fan be possibly turning on for? You just do that sometimes. No rhyme or reason to it. They just do that sometimes. Nice mic. Thank you. Had it muted. Whoops. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. When still streaming? Legendary. We're gonna be here for like another 20 minutes. How you doing, Carol? On the stream, we are blessed. Doing a bit of a lore talk, you know? Will you explain to us the Cockroach King thing quest? Okay, so the Insect King is actually an unfinished quest line. It's unfinished. It is unfinished content, which Miro has said that he would like to add back in like a future update maybe. It's very possible that we will get updates to Fear and Hunger 1 sometime in the future. But that is an incomplete quest. As for what the insects and the Insect King are though, they are servants of the God of the Depths. Miro, why have you betrayed us? The God of the Depths is worshipped by those who are forgotten and forsaken. And he also has control over those who are forgotten and forsaken. Such as cockroaches. And other sorts of pests. God of the Depths weak. We have everybody here. Give me 1 second. Alrighty. Here's what we are going to do. Bedbugs live in your bed. Little Girl Superior. Bedbugs are an American thing. And cockroaches. Don't say it. Don't spread the forbidden knowledge. Where's he gonna go? We're gonna get into Mahabre, and then I believe I will be ending stream. Colombia has zones that are cold all year. How does that work? Ooh. I'm gonna go talk to Lake Guard. Darce, no good. Run. His throat is cut open. He's been dead for a while. This is the man you came here for, which means that your initial mission has failed. Darce took a step closer to the man. No. Not B. Have Legay. Darce seems to be trembling and terribly shaken emotionally. He clearly tries to keep her tears from flowing. Yes, I loved him. Darce starts crying uncontrollably. Ragnarvalder seems to hesitate with his words. He seems to feel sorry for Darce. Here's something in these dungeons. Here's Darce's loud cries. Darce simping. Ragnarvalder's mumbling something. So he met his fate. Revenge feels like a distant memory now that I see this shadow of a man chained here. Glad I did not have to taint my hands with his blood after all. Rags is the best characters want to give him a hug. You can clearly see Darce reacting to Ragnarvalder's strong words. I think he seems to be talking to himself. Legard, the captain of the Midnight Sun. There's an aura surrounding him, even after his demise. He was to work as a vortex, a force that brought many to these dungeons. His role might be finished, but what he started remains to be finished. Your task in the dungeons is done. There's little to no reason in staying here any longer. Should I add Jack Black as one of the enemies? Okay. Big battle time. We're not getting out of here without killing this thing. We killed that thing. Armored Peen is dangerous. If you reach this place where Rag, does he kill him automatically? He doesn't actually. He holds back for a while. I was trying to show what happens if you reach this place with Ragnarvalder, but I forgot to reach this place with Ragnarvalder. Like an hour in, I forgot to save Legard. Pino in Fear and Hunger. Pino clears, no lie. Bottle smells of alcohol. Seems like a guard on duty. Must have once been drinking while on duty. It's been so long since I had all four of the PCs as party members. I was watching some girl stream. She thought his name was pronounced Ragnar. Ragnarvalder. Alright, you're here. Here seems to be after the Eastern Sword. Here's your origin. Well, that's the end of those questions. Call him Rage Navalder. Finish my task. Oh, worthy. Eastern Sword is purified and it's revealed its true name to you, the Black Steel of the East. It's almost 200. Rank and Funger. Black steel. The black steel has been revealed to us. Superior Japanese Nippon steel folded over 1,000 times. These guys are the worst guys. If you fight these guys solo, you're guaranteed to lose. Those guys are the worst guys ever. Here in Knucker. Superior Damascus steel. How could something like this remain hidden from the world? Their mystery is far greater than this, hidden from the common folk. I don't know where the naive way of thinking oozes from. Current civilization is far from the most enlightened ones. Yo, this is pretty interesting. Never heard of this place. The architecture suggests that this place is ancient. There's patterns on the walls and the tilings of the pavement, typically used in buildings related to the older times and older gods. There's also something very different about them. Like the patterns we've seen elsewhere had something lost in translation. Like they were cheap copies of the real thing. Irfe, Unde, Ungerhe. You love Big Latin. Ancient corridors echo forgotten pain and misery. Something strange definitely did happen to Mahavre. There was some sort of attack on Mahavre, I think. Biden won the Mahavre elections. Homer didn't like that. Not his president, I guess. Treasure. Yeah. Let me just light up the map real quick. An ancient cityscape rises before you. Your prying eyes from the darkness of the windows. If I'm lucky, I'll be moving to the US within the next 3 years. Really? If not, I'll stay here, sad. Here's hoping you can move to the US, dude. This is the best track in the game, hands down. I say it every time I come here, but it's always worth reminding you all. If you're ever wondering what the best music track in Fear and Hunger 1 is, it's this one. Pog. That is pretty pog. Hunger 1 has disturbing themes, it does. They removed Pog, why don't they add Wayne Pog? Wayne Pog becomes the official new Pog. Alrighty. Let's see here. You have train lines. What is it, Wayne and Gromy? Our trains aren't very good, but yeah, we have trains. The Wayne Con. The book radiates light in every color of the spectrum. Feel like your journey has just began, as if your existence from before this very moment has been like watching someone else entirely. Feel a perspective shift in your surroundings, as if everything was to shrink, or perhaps you were to ascend higher. You gain a better understanding of yourself. The link between your mind and your body has started its deterioration. Will you be in TwitchCon? I mean, not this one, but maybe eventually. You gain mental health. Okay, we're probably just gonna read like books for the rest of the stream. Probably just gonna read books for the rest of the stream. And read a few of the lore books that we have. We didn't pick up a whole lot of books, honestly. The book drops have been lacking. Leaving now, have a good one, you guys. Take care, Carol. Read you a bedtime story. Good night, have a great rest of your night, man. Take care of you as well. Let's see here. Let's read the story of the Penance Knights. Tomorrow, last man? Probably. Did we say tomorrow or Saturday? We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. The Penance Knights are special. The Penance Knights are a special unit of the Vatican City that wear tailor-made armors. Penance Knights are used in the most perilous tasks and missions where the chances of survival are especially low. Thus, the armor has been designed only to be put on. There is no removing it once there is one chosen for the mission. The armor has rows of small spikes that drill into the skin of its wearer. The paint is meant to cleanse the mind for the task at hand, and also heighten the fury in the midst of combat. Because of the nature of the Penance Knights and the Penance armor, only convicts with life and death sentences are recruited to the unit. For the day you're not streaming? I should be streaming tomorrow. Probably not Saturday. So we'll see. The recruits are given one last chance to repent their crimes and atone for their sins before the Ascended One Almer passes on the final judgment. Neat, isn't it? Read the second captain's diary. We did. He's mauling. Gonna make my brain touch my skull. I don't think that's a good idea. But good luck. Studies of Sylvian. Sylvian is the goddess of love, lust, and creation. She created men and women at the dawn of time. From the very first moments, she loved her children greatly. Over time, her love blossomed into a more obsessive form, and she would try to guide her children more and more. Once she realized her children would never be able to love her, return the same amount of affection back to her, her love took a more twisted form. Sylvian would shape mankind more to her liking, and more into her own image with her gift to people, the love magic, otherwise known as the flower magic. For a brief moment in ancient history, mankind fell into a craze of fleshly delights. As a synchronized mass, seas of naked people in a middle coitus would pulsate and waste their days. There are still cults dedicated to Sylvian to this day, and many believe she left mankind behind a long time ago. The typos are kind of like messing me up. Sights of Mahavre. You've seen them too, haven't you? In your dreams you wander for one lifetime with silhouettes of the city in the horizon. You've seen the twin towers that rise next to a black night sky, those macabre obelisks telling tales of some older, more cruel age. You've seen the grand gate with its maddening murals and spirals, patterns beyond understanding. Not like the sound of wind howling between these hollow streets wasn't enough. You also hear the sound of local residents, even while all comprehension would dictate that this place is long abandoned. You still hear them. You're not alone in this vile part of the world. In your dreams you've seen it, haven't you? The city of Mahabre, the city of gods. Do you know it exists here? I love that book. That's probably my favorite book in the whole game. Something very evocative about the descriptions. The madness has spread in the dungeons like a plague. 16th of August. This is after the second Captain Rudimir diary. Some even suspected the plague that's running wild at the kingdom of Rondon is the cause for all this. But the symptoms are very different. Typos are a sign of peak. Very different, to say the least. The remaining troops took refuge in these mines in hopes that the kingdom would send help at some point in time in the unforeseen future. The hope is running low, however. Captain Rudimir set foot to the underground city of the cave dwellers and traded that bizarre artifact for food and supplies. Now the supplies are running low. We try to scavenge food barrels whenever possible, but it's not enough to feed us all. The hope is indeed running low, as even the captain seemed to lose his mind some days ago. He ran into the dark dungeons on his own wearing nothing but a sheet of cloth. We're gonna die down here, aren't we? Damn, 13 people watching? Fear and Hunger is very niche. I think that's about it we have for the lore books right now. We haven't had very good book drops recently. I already read the captain's orders, I think. Yes, because he gets mad at Choder. Alrighty. These books are putting me to eep. That's the point of a bedtime story. You asked for a bedtime story, didn't you? That was the point. Alrighty though, that will be it for me for today. What's tomorrow? Friday? We're probably going to be doing a long stream. A long Dark and Darker stream. Saturday, more than likely there won't be a stream, but we'll see. And then Sunday. Not sure what I'm going to do Sunday. I'm not sure when we're going to be bringing back Fear and Hunger. I have to go and check how many hours I have in Dark and Darker. How long? How long for Dark and Darker tomorrow? 4 to 6 hours, maybe more. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Piece of tower. Piece of tower. What about it? Let's see. I need to open up my OBS. Alright though. Like I said, long stream tomorrow. Maybe no stream on Saturday. More than likely no stream on Saturday. And then we'll be back on Sunday. Dark and Darker tomorrow. Not sure what we're gonna do Sunday. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else left for you guys. Oh. No balling? We're always balling. I got 2 moods. I'm either balling or balling. You know, you know. Alrighty though. Just in case there's anybody new here in the chat, we do have a Discord. That's where I'll be releasing my further updates to the Fear and Hunger lore analysis, which I'm back to working on finally. So the first draft is up. If you would like to read like the first 20 or so pages, the first draft is up. Check art. Do I want to check art? Don't check the artsy corner. If you do join the Discord, don't check the artsy corner. That will be it for me for today though. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If it is not daytime for you, I hope you have a great rest of your night.